Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching another Vampire Diaries. This is episode 11 of season 8. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. There's still time to vote for your most liked to dislike characters of this season, because there's only a few episodes left and we need to get them in and get them voted so we can reveal the winners and the losers in the final episode, episode 16 of this season. Now, last episode was interesting because we kind of focused in on Damon. Obviously, he's got his memories back now, and I thought that he'd be able to just get on with his day-to-day, normal life sort of stuff, and be disappointed in some aspects and some of the actions that he'd undertook, you know, while he was under the control from Sybil, because quite a lot of the actions that we see in the killing and going around and being savage, we've seen it Damon, his own choice, multiple times in the show, and I think the one that he obviously would be disappointed with is the Tyler one, but that wasn't the case. Obviously, Bonnie come to the Salvatore house. Damon was sat there in a chair, staring directly against the wall. She's like to Caroline, you need to get down here now, something's not right. They tried to get inside his head to see what he was obviously looking at, and it was just Damon stood there, burning, screaming like he was in hell, which was crazy. I thought it looked really good, to be honest. And Damon's eyes as well was interesting. He was crying, and then they heard Sybil in the basement. They went down, he was asking what's going on. She was like, look, he's being overwhelmed by all his memories. He's been come flooding back, but I can help you if you release me. And she bargained with them, and they did obviously release her. Now they tried going through Damon again, and it didn't work. We just seen him on fire. Sybil was like, look, you need to go round into the back end. So that's where they done. They went through the back, and Bonnet and Caroline was inside his head. Now this time he was at the Salvatore house. They went inside. They was asking for Damon. What was interesting is the person that was working there was the person that was in the war with him. Do you remember the guy that died obviously when he was trying to capture those prisoners? And he was like the manager of the Salvatore boarding house. And he asked for Damon, and he was like, he's behind you, and there's a big massive picture of him on the wall. So it looks like obviously Damon had died in this sort of memory, but they was like, no, I'm not having that. And they went off and they went into the Mystic Grill to see if he was there. Who was working there? Vicky Donovan, mate. How interesting is that? It was good to see, you know, her back. I mean, even though she wasn't amazing, it's nice to see obviously like characters that we've seen before. She was back. I thought she was pretty much funny as well, like some of the interactions that happened. But Liz, mate, she was in the corner. She went over there, Caroline, she was speaking to her. She was like, Mum, she was giving her a hug. I can't believe you're here. They were speaking. She was like, do you know who Damon is? She was like, no, I don't know who Damon is. That seems to be the running theme when everybody was asked. She was like, it's Stefan's brother. Liz was like, why are you doing this to Damon then? You know, if he was the reason why all this stuff happened. And she said, because when you was dying, he was there. He done everything right. And through all the bad things that he's done, the fact that he done everything right with you just made everything go away, all the hatred towards him. And I actually, you know, forgave him for all the things. And then Caroline come back into the present, and that kind of made us think, okay, it's forgiveness. You know, Bonnie's in there as well. She's gonna possibly go and forgive Damon. She went to the place where he's buried, and she was stood there and she was looking at his grave, and Tyler come in and she was speaking to him, and then she was like, I know what's going on here. And then she zoomed back into the present and she said, look, mate, it's not our forgiveness Damon wants, you know. In his mind, he's never been a vampire. He's died as a human, and you need to get Stefan here now. Got Stefan here reluctantly, you know, obviously he's still got his humanity turned off, so he's not a big fan of what's going on. He's not being helpful at all. In fact, he's got a little side hustle going on with Celine where they're going to gather all of the stuff to create the bell, and he compelled Matt to ring the bell when at a certain time. Compelled him anyway. What we was told is if this striker rings the bell 12 times, it opens a hole into hell for Cade to come up or for them to go down. So that was interesting. And, you know, Stefan compelled Matt to do it. And Matt obviously doesn't want to do it. He don't want to do that because we was told that once that bell has struck, all the Mystic Falls die, pretty much like a big, like a ripple effect wave goes over the city, kills everyone, burns everyone. Matt was reluctant to do it. He was trying to tell his dad, kill me, kill me, kill me. Do you know what I mean? Stefan left, and obviously he was getting inside Damon's head. When we was there, Damon said, look, brother, I forgive you. Stefan's like, mate, what do you mean you forgive me? Like, I've not even done anything. He was like, you're the one that transitioned me into the being a vampire, into being this person that I am today, and I've just got to say, I do forgive you, you know. which was good. Stefan, you could see some of his humanity flickering back on and off. I really enjoyed that. And, you know, the conversation that they had was really, really emotional, and it was good stuff, honestly. So Stefan started attacking Damon, and he was like, why are you not healing? And he said, obviously, I've not transitioned, mate. I'm not a vampire, but all the blood that I've caused and everything, I do, obviously, forgive you. And then what was interesting is a striker was hit, and obviously the noise caused Sybil to, like, lose control of Damon's head, and Stefan come back into the present, and she was like, oh, you double crossed me, Stefan. He was like, yeah, sorry, you know, man's got to do what man's got to do. And then obviously Damon stood up and boom, went and attacked Stefan, and he was like, look, mate, I'm not going to let this happen. Then Damon zoomed all the way up, right, to stop Matt from striking the bell, which was good. He stopped it from happening. He saved Mystic Falls. Then he had a nice conversation with Matt. He said, look, mate, I'm sorry for what I've done with Vicky. I should have said it a long time ago, but I am sorry. I was cool. Matt said, no, we're not cool, but you know what, you know, continue doing these good things, saving Mystic Falls, you know, obviously apologising and just being a better person, and then obviously we will get to a position where we are okay. Matt wants to be the sheriff again, so he's going to the police officer to speak to them, and then Damon had one last thing on his list, and that was to tell Bonnet, obviously, that he's sorry for leaving, and he read or spoke the letter that he wrote, and I thought it was well emotional. It was so good. It was so nice. They're amazing together. The letter was amazing, and yeah, absolutely loved it. Honestly, I really did. It was so good. And then we finished the episode with Selena Sybil sat in a what would you call it, in a diner. Cade come walking in. He was like, I'm here in the flesh. He said, how have you done that, mate? He was like, yeah, although the bell didn't get rang 12 times, it was rang enough times for me to come up. Then he sat down, took a sip of his coffee, and boom, both of them set on fire. So it's absolute madness. I'm assuming both of them are dead. Got to say, little disappointed that it was Cade that killed them. I would have loved it to be Stefan and Damon, seeing as they was the ones that have been tormented the whole frigging season off them. So, I mean, obviously, it's good that they're dead, but I still think that it would have been better if we had one of the brothers do it. But that is going to wrap up today's intro. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, get voting on your most liked and disliked characters. And as always, let's jump into today's episode. Here we are at the start of the episode. You made a choice to be good. That's got to be Damon or Stefan. It has to be. And my mind's flickering. Do you know what, right? My mind's flickering to Damon because I feel like he was a badder person at the start, or perceived that way, and then he's obviously changed. He's like, you made a choice to be good. But I'm going to go with Stefan because he used to be a ripper, and he's still this kind of rippery style here. And somebody will have said to me at one point, mate, Stefan, look, you chose to be good. You chose not to be this ripper. You chose to not feed on the humans and drink blood from the animals. Do you know what I mean? That is what I'm going with. Hopefully I'm right. I feel like I've got a good feeling about that one.
So many options. These are complicated times.
It's Mystic Falls' attempt to be hipster.
I would like a straight drip.
For here to go.
To go, please. I know you've been stretching your paycheck while you try to impress your boss's wife. You're right to wonder about all of her lunch date.
That was a bit of good banter, that, to be honest. Do you know every time someone says keep the change, it's Home Alone, mate. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Literally, every single time.
Update from the outside world.
Say things like that, it really makes me regret not destroying Mystic Falls with Hellfire.
All is right with the world.
Yeah, except for the fact that we made a deal with the devil.
I am gonna set things right, starting with your humanity.
Maybe you've been hanging out with my ex-fiancée too much.
You had other obligations today. It's not all about you.
Our high school students have followed up on a local legend about a time capsule buried in 1790. Left behind by the first settlers, it hasn't been opened until now.
That is pretty cool when people find stuff like that.
I called into a fight at a coffee shop. These two guys almost killed each other.
I feel like Mystic Falls just isn't as safe as it used to be. Elena, Bonnie, and I made our own time capsule when we were 11.
Oh my gosh, look at your mom's hair.
Like babies.
I predict you will win a Tony Award and marry the perfect boy.
Stefan's still locked up.
But I'm staying positive.
I just wonder if he's ever gonna feel bad for trying to make me destroy our whole town. Still him that did all those things.
See, that's a typical situation where I will 100% disagree, because we've seen Damon, like I said, consistently progress as a character. Once they got control of him, he was literally a different person, 1,000,000%. Yeah, obviously it's still physically Damon, and he's probably got a bit of memories in his subconscious, but it's not him. Do you know what I'm saying? I use the example, obviously, before. People can get brainwashed, mind controlled, and do actions that they don't even understand, hypnotized. Do you know what I'm saying? And now, to me, since season 7, Matt has kind of had like just an agenda against all of the vampires. Now, everything that everybody does, it's just like bam bam, their fault, their fault, their fault. I mean, yeah, he's just laid out the sirens, the devil, the mind control. Well, yeah, Matt, yeah, you just said all those things. That proves that that's not Stefan. Do you know what I mean? To me, he answered that his own thing, that it doesn't make sense. And also with Matt's jacket, right? Have they ran out of money or something? Did they literally go to the first shop, right, and get the most oversized jacket, find whatever badge that they could find and stick it on? Because it is so big, it literally looks massive on it.
Peter Maxwell's truck is in dire need of shock absorbers.
Fork ball combo packs a nasty psychic punch.
Yeah, those tie-down straps must have come loose.
Oh my god.
Well,
Caroline found my 6th grade bucket list. Meet Justin Timberlake. Audition for American Idol. Don't mock my tweener self. What's on your bucket list?
well, I suppose I could think of a few.
Then let's do them. You need to take full advantage of the perks of your immortality.
Well, that's true, but I would get rid of the bell and then I would do these
Chances
things.
coming up.
Oh, them pancakes look good, mate.
Where the hell is my brother?
Making up for your disappointing work ethic.
What brings you in town?
Upon the Maxwell Bell's 11th ring, the boundary to hell broke down for a moment.
I want to know what you did to motivate Stefan.
But he hardly needed prompting to go back to work. Our arrangement is very clear. Do as I say, and you won't go to hell. I will accept quality.
Queen of England quality.
Caroline Fool.
Oh.
Kill 100 evil strangers, or kill the love of your brother's life.
Come on now, 100 people. That is so many. Like, I mean, yeah, it's just so many. Imagine, right, if you lined 100 people in a row, that is a fucking lot of people. And like, would you do it in one location? Would you scatter it? Would you go like into a couple of houses? What would you do, honestly? Like, literally, it's mad. Or kill Caroline. Now, obviously, you're not going to kill Caroline, but he's not. I don't think he's going to kill 100 people either. But they say he said to him, yeah, you disobey me, you go to hell. Well, what if he never dies? Then he's never going to hell because he's immortal. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, right, I'm going to disobey you, but then I'd be like, I'd run off until like he's gone. Do you know what I mean? Then I'd come back. And I'd be like, I'll accept it, mate. If I die, I go to hell. Fair dues. But he's not going to die, is he? Let's be honest. One of these items have got to be something for Cade. There we go.
I need you to tell me what this is.
The Cardin grill. It's a cipher device used for code breaking.
You are supposed to be on Stefan duty.
There's no point now. Cade's in town. He set our boy free.
Where is Stefan now?
I don't know. Wherever he is, he's not answering his phone.
How is this even possible? I thought Cade was supposed to live in some kind of psychic dimension.
Get these yahoos somewhere safe. Stay clear yourself. Cade gave me till sundown to kill 100 of these people or kill you. But I'm sure it'll all be fine.
Oh, that would be a sick thing to do, that.
That was unbelievable! It's long ago.
What's next?
Well, there's more.
I want him to
There's
skydive.
be more on your bucket list.
Skydiving.
If you're gonna take the cure, I want to make sure there's nothing you missed out on.
If I say I'll do a thing, I'll do it. Skydiving it is.
Fucking show me them skydiving, mate, honestly. Do you know what? I'm going to absolutely go... I'm full U-turning. Do I think it's shit that he's going to take the cure? Yeah, I do, right? But, like, when I see how happy they are, do I care? No, I don't know. I just look at them and I think, whatever makes you happy, mate. Literally. I don't usually get that with people, but I just look at them two and I just think, them two, man, have been through so much shit. Right, whatever makes you happy, go for it. I'm going to be on your side. Even though... Do I want it to happen? No. Do I like it? No. Will I respect it? Of course I will, mate, because them two deserve each other. So that is all I'm going to say on that. And if I'm just going to get loads of fun stuff between them, I can't wait. Now, obviously, I do think that we're going to get a Stefan and Caroline wedding, but I don't know which one I'd prefer, to be honest. Like, obviously, because if it was season 7, I would be like, oh, Stefan, Caroline, yeah. Oh, no, season 6, sorry. But then, obviously... Now, like, they're kind of conflicting and I'm all invested in Bonnie and Enzo. Literally, I'm well invested in them.
What's this about?
Damon being told to kill 100 people or else kill me instead. It's a blood orange margarita.
But if Mystic Falls goes up in flames, I'd rather go with it.
I don't understand why you would choose death over living. They're still living, aren't they?
I just want to renegotiate our deal.
Our very Damon Salvatore to contemplate murdering the devil. Engaging where my beating heart might lie. And now you're wondering if fire can kill me. Or detaching my heart from my body.
To me, yeah, I don't know, right, but I fully think that the devil shouldn't be able to. Obviously, it's a show and they're gonna twist it around, but I don't think the devil if so, say the devil's real, he shouldn't be able to die. Physically impossible. Like one of those things, you know what I mean? Like God is God, can't kill him. Devil is the devil, can't kill him. If Damon like kills, I don't know. I think the only way that you could kill him is counteracting the ripple of hell. Not like when he said he'd let out the scream and it boomed across and he created his own world. I think the only way that, to me, sanely would make sense is if you countered that. You'd done something, hit it, triggered so much that it caused a destruction of that world. You've seen Earth, that's happened before. Comets come down, blew everyone up, kind of like that. Do you know what I mean? It extinct everyone. And the same again. You counter you counter hell, not Cade him physical self. Do you know what I mean? Like, to me, I wouldn't have believed it at all if he burned, got stabbed, his heart out, head cut off, nothing. I feel like he should just be able to stand there and take everything that's gone at him.
These roads, they have me completely turned around. Never been so happy to find a gas station in my life. Love what I do. Deadlines can get kind of stressful, though.
I haven't had a boss in a while. I run my own office.
That's what I want to do. Of course, I'd still have to report to the guy at the top of the food chain. He told me where to find you.
Why this specific woman?
Pardon grill over text, and it reveals a hidden message.
Any word from Damon?
No, but so far I'm encouraged by the continuing lack of hellfire.
Devil's in town.
He's in Mystic Falls. That's kind of mind-blowing. You're talking about becoming a vampire. All I'd have to do is drink your blood. What's it like being you?
You feel stronger than you ever thought you could feel.
It's violence and murder. It's a choice you can never take back.
Mr. Negative again.
Some people don't regret it.
He is just Mr. Negative.
What'd you expect? You face planted onto it after that base jump.
I bought it a few months ago with money my dad left me.
You can stash the bell here.
Should I be worried? How about you prove it by giving me a tour of every single room?
Enzo St. John, I invite you in.
It's something I've been imagining.
Carry her in.
Thank you for my bucket list day. That was perfect.
Up until recently, your existence as a vampire never included anything good. Maybe you need more time to live your vampire life to its fullest.
But fate has led us here. Not a doubt remains in my mind. Bloody bell into a suitable indoor hiding place lets you and me grab an empty syringe and head straight for Elena's warehouse in Brooklyn.
Do you know what I was thinking, right, actually? He doesn't have to take the cure now, does he? He could have the intention of taking it. Say, like, he wanted to die with Bonnie, so to speak. He could live the way they are doing for a good, solid number of years until you know deep down that you want to be with him. Does that make sense? Like, how many times have you seen relationships, people go out for 5-10 years and then they split up, yeah? You might think that she's the one, but she might not be. Now, obviously, I'm all for believing it and committing it, and right now she's the one, but you don't have to take that action right now because, yeah, still in 5 years' time, Bonnie's going to should be pretty much the same looking. She might be a tiny bit older, but in terms of like 5-10 years, you don't really change that much. Do you know what I'm saying? So like by the time he transitions over, they'd still be kind of like the same age. It was like that time when we got given the Damon. Damon was going to take it, and we got given the life. Do you know when was it Stefan trying to show him the life that was happening? Elena was in work and she was coming home, and then all the different possibilities of like she was overworked, and then they started getting stressed, and then he was split up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in the present, it was perfect, but it was like, let's just give it a little bit more time. See how it plays out. See you move in together. See if you can live together properly. See how everything changes. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to do all your actions straight away. You don't have to you know what I mean? You don't need to put all your eggs in the one basket. You could just wait, play it out, and see if it's the right thing to do. I'm interested. He's got to kill someone.
We need a plan C.
What was wrong with plan B?
Well, apparently the devil can't be killed. Bastard's tougher than he looks. Guess after 4,000 years, he's learned a trick or two.
There's one thing that can turn immortals mortal.
Cure is off the table. I'm not risking my future with Elena.
What is the bigger risk? He becomes mortal, then someone else will take his blood and then shrivel into dust. You won't have to take the cure right away. Enzo will take it from Cade, and years from now, you can take it from Enzo. It is in Elena's blood. She would want to save all of us, and you know it. It's about using what we've got, unless you have a plan D.
Bonnie's not gonna like this.
Again, right, I'm with them where she said then, it's about what we've got. It's one of those situations where I say multiple times, you do an action right now because it's the right thing to do, and if in 2 years down the line it becomes the wrong thing, then you don't look at that and think, shit, you're like, no, I stick by it, it was the right thing to do. This is the right play, and I'm interested. I think it's really, really intriguing, to be honest. You take it out of Elena, put it in Cade, Enzo take it off Cade, and then Damon take it off Enzo. That's mad, that.
You have better ideas of how to defeat the devil, Bonnie. I'm all ears.
Besides, what if you're wrong?
Then I lose everything, too. You're just gonna give Enzo the cure without telling me.
Sorry, I just wanted to put myself first.
I hate that this is all my fault, but I got us into this mess, and I'm gonna get us out. I'm with you. We'll take down Cade together.
I said yes. We'll rescue everyone but ourselves again.
That was interesting from Bonner. When she said she'd risk, well, she'd save everyone but themselves, but it's not just these. She's kind of saving millions of people. Imagine how many deaths Stefan is going to give out, how many deaths Damon's going to have to give out. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's kind of being a little bit selfish there. Like, she wants it for Enzo, it's fine, I understand it, but man, this will be saving millions of innocent people. But I think this little thing that they found in this book is going to be the key.
If anyone can figure it out, my money's on you.
This come with a special ingredient. My dad and my little sister died in a house fire. I hid at the library to cope. Just wanted to find some sort of proof that they were at peace. And then, of course, I wanted to know what it all meant. What other supernatural or mystical forces there were in the world.
He was stealing from his employee. Stop! Those of you who feel yourselves to be good people, you may be excused.
Now he's there, you got to take it.
You said I had until sundown.
You should be thanking me. I'm doing your work for you.
Have I offended you somehow?
Important because you're Stefan's girl. The task I gave both of you was
You're
kill
gonna kill
100
Elena.
people or kill your brother's girl. Stefan headed to New York without blinking an eye. He jumped at the chance to murder Elena.
Oh, he's flopped.
Your quota is separate from your brother's task.
Oh,
You
no.
made your choice. He
Don't
made
make his.
Now get back to work.
Passing the time while my new friend fills out the paperwork. On my way as soon as she signs on the last dotted line.
Is it so he can enter the building that she's in?
So Elena's here. She's the reason you bought this house. Heard your chat with Damon.
We're so close to everything we wanted. It's right here. I never get to have my chance.
Do you want to keep the cure?
I want to use it on Cade. I'm sorry I built up this whole future that we might not get to see.
We can still have our future. We can cook dinner every night in the kitchen, dance by the fire. I don't need the cure to be happy.
Congratulations, you are about to become the proud owner of Bonnie Bennett's safe house.
Now let's go try and save the world.
Will you do me a favor and invite me in?
Sorry, how's that transaction just happened without the actual owner signing it back? Like, it did say Bonnie Bennett on there, but it's not the real, like, to me, again, it's a small little loophole that. Like, the physical actual owner should have to be able to sign that away. Somebody can't just write the name and then somebody else sign it. It's like me now, yeah? There's my car outside. Somebody just goes and gets a deed, writes my name on it. They write theirs and say, cheers, mate, that's mine. Look, it's signed. He signed it there. He's like, no, I didn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, it's mine. I don't... Again, I'm going to say that's just a little flaw in the story.
I just sent the last guy home.
Great. Now we can all pretend like this day never happened. Except for the people who are dead.
I don't need you shoving your judgment in my face.
I'm just being honest.
We're the adults now.
And you're part of the darkness.
It's not fair.
Yeah, well, tell that to the corpses you just compelled everyone to forget.
I'd absolutely fucking dropping me. He's actually pissing me off now.
I was geeking out with the Historical Society today. They found another Maxwell heirloom in the capsule.
I suppose these Maxwell stuff's coming to light now.
Well, I'm not on my way to Brooklyn. Elena's in upstate New York.
How would you even know that?
Damon, we work for a psychic. Although that title deed paperwork did take forever.
Look, we need to get the cure and go. Can you manage?
Just turn around. I'll meet you wherever you want.
Yeah?
Whatever anger you're working through, man, you can just take it out on me. You don't have to do this for Cade.
I'm not doing this for Cade. I'm doing this for me. But you'll keep trying to interfere with everything as long as we're connected.
I swear to God, Stefan, if you hurt her, you are dead to me.
That's exactly my point.
Leave Elena out of this. I am begging you.
Scheme of things, she's really not that special. I'm thinking something symbolic. Maybe find a bathtub to drown her in.
You all right in there?
Yeah. Does the cure have a minimum dosage? Do you think this is enough?
Is he dead? Imagine Star Wars.
What do you care what happens to Elena? In a minute, you're gonna be dead anyway.
He deserves that, you know, he pissed me off as well. That's good, man. The ripple, mate, what's happened to that? What's happened with that ripple? It's happened. Now, I've got to say, right, fucking, they're ruining the Stefan characters. Like, I mean, I'm not a fan of him at all. I wasn't a fan of Damon either at the start of this season, the way he is. I'm not a fan of Stefan now either. I actually don't like watching him and what he's doing. Like, this again, man, I've been consistent on it. There's a good killer going around killing people, kind of like the way Klaus does it, and then he's just a annoying me, piss me off, cocky one. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy Stefan going around and doing it. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy things in small doses. Yeah, so it's like 2 episodes, I can handle it. Be an arsehole and I can get it. But then like you again and again and again and again, no matter how many friends are coming, you know, like everybody's telling you, your brother's trying to get in your head, the sirens and this, you know, Cade's doing it. Everybody's here, bang, 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 and you're still being an arsehole. And you killed Enzo, and you would have happily killed Elena, and now. I always said I would have liked either Damon or Stefan to take the cure, but I'm not bothered now, literally. Like, Stefan's annoyed me that much that he deserves it. Do you know what I mean? He's got to a point, he's built himself all the way up. That's his whatever, his consequence. And it's good. Bonnie's, like, absolutely done him in. I like it. Now, Caroline's a vampire. He's not unlucky. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. He's actually, him, and it annoyed me this episode, he's too stubborn in the way he's doing things, and Matt is absolutely annoying me as well. He is so stubborn in his like hatred towards the vampires, literally. He absolutely stresses me out. And that is going to wrap up today's video. What an absolute mad ending, honestly. I was like, I was just saying, mate, I'm all in on Bonnie and Enzo. Literally, it's my curse, man. Literally, it's me all over. Every time I'm like, yeah, I'm enjoying something bad happens, man. I've got to say, though, this Bonnie and Enzo thing has been great, I personally think. I think both characters have just benefited from it in terms of, like, they've had tough times, and I feel like both of them together just made me feel happy, made them feel happy. I feel like it's what they deserve. They've been missing for so long, and you know, I'm absolutely devastated that Enzo's dead now. Yeah, I just can't believe he's dead. It's like Stefan killed him. And I said, man, Stefan's actually is doing my head in. Like, it won't ruin my opinion on his character, like, throughout the whole show. I really liked him. But just the actions. But again, man, it's like, he's, I don't know, has he been compelled to do it? I actually don't know, you see. See, this is where I'm in the grey zone. Where with Damon, his actions is because Sybil was making him, yeah. With Stefan, he's turned his own humanity off and he has a choice to turn it back on. Nobody's forcing him to do these actions and he's doing it and it's pissing me off. Do you know what I mean? So, like, there is a big difference, in my opinion, between somebody that physically, yeah, like, Damon turned his humanity off because he was trying to protect everybody. He didn't want Sybil to find out who Elena was, who Bonnie is. He didn't want to let people come inside of him so that he could give people that he cares about like a problem in life. You know, the more he withdrew, the less she knew, the more people that he cares for are safe. Now with Stefan, it's like, I'll turn it off and you're doing bad things, and then people are like coming towards you and saying, like, Stefan, look, man, like, you need to calm down. Doesn't listen to Caroline's not asked. Move on to the next one. Bonnet, you know, I'm not bothered. Moves on to Damon. I forgive you, brother. You know what I mean? Like, for changing me over, but come on, man. You need to. I don't care about you either. Next one. Yeah, I'm gonna go and kill Elaine. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Stefan's had. It's his own. It's his own choice. I feel like it's his own choice. Everything that he's doing, yeah, he is loving it. Like Cade was saying when he said, "Look, yeah, I'll take your deal, mate. 1 year, I know you're gonna be here forever because you enjoy it." He's told Caroline, "I'm having fun." Yeah, with the humanity switch, it's your choice to turn it on and off. It is your choice, you know. People have made the case for Stefan. He's had the chance to turn it on many times before. It's not as if people have not tried. Everybody's been there. Everybody's influxed in with memories. Everybody's said this and that and this and that, and he's still doing it. So there becomes a point where, like, it goes from being absolutely dominated, manipulated and forced to just doing it yourself. I feel like Stefan is in the whole mode of do it yourself, and then I just don't like the actions that he's doing. I didn't like the actions kind of what Damon was doing when he was in, you know, he's being forced by Sybil, but he was being forced by Sybil. This is my opinion. Obviously, you can obviously have your own, and I'd be interested to hear that. But the difference between this season in the characters, because both of them have played the bad role now. Like, we have done that. Damon's was playing the bad role by being absolutely mind controlled and taken over Stefan's playing a bad role because he's turned his humanity off to please Cade, but the actions that he's doing is enjoyable to him, and it's not that he's being forced, and he's not that he's been took over like Damon was. I feel like it's just an action that Stefan's just doing to be the arsehole. No, I mean, it's mad. I actually think it's mad now. I do enjoy Stefan being the Ripper side, but I actually just don't enjoy it when it's happening towards characters I enjoy. So that's me. Obviously, Bonnie's actually done him in. You know, he deserves it. He absolutely deserves it. I ain't got no problems with him being hit with that cure. We've seen him try and live a day in the life of a human earlier on. When Damon found him in the snow, he couldn't do anything. Literally, he was weak, and obviously he was in a different body then. But we've seen it here. The cure is not reversible. And to be honest, yeah, Stefan now, how old is he? 100 and odd. He's gonna die. You know. Now, I can't see him either. I was going to say, like, I wanted a Stefan Caroline wedding at the end of the season. Now, if they have it, I mean, I don't know. Like, it wouldn't. I don't know if he should even make it to the end of the season. We've seen Catherine, she was deteriorating fast, wasn't she? To be honest, Catherine's like 500 years old, and she was alive for quite a while. So possibly Stefan will be alive for the end of the season. But I do think obviously he's going to be passing soon now. Enzo's dead. I'm going to kind of say like Stefan's kind of going to die. If it is a reversible cure or whatever, curse, I don't know. To be honest, yeah, I'm just assuming that the cure actually works. We will find out now, like, because we assume that the cure could kind of affect Cade, but maybe it didn't, and maybe obviously it doesn't affect people like Stefan and Damon who are in Cade's sort of control realm, can't die, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? Like, just because he's been infected, does it mean it's actually going to work when he's obviously been hit with this spell or whatever you'd want to call it? Blessing, I don't know. This is where it will be interesting. But in terms of Bonnie hitting him, he deserves it. He's been an absolute arse. Like I said, Matt as well. I don't like, to be honest, I do like consistent people. And Matt has been consistent, but I don't like forced opinions. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen it many times. I've mentioned it with the Damon situation, where like the show, at some points of the show, I've consistently told us Damon's bad, Damon's bad, Damon's bad, and I'm like, let me just form that opinion on my own. I don't need the characters in the show being consistently telling me a character's bad so that everybody on the outside would dislike them. And obviously Matt's always been consistent in being human and not wanting to transition, which is fine. But now he's kind of forcing his own personal opinion on other people in the show. Every time like something's mentioned about vampires, telling someone how bad they are. Do you know what I mean? Caroline's like, he asked Caroline, what do you like about being a vampire? Well, yeah, something comes with some drawbacks, but I've got this, and this is great, and this is great. And then he's like, yeah, but this is bad, though. And he's like, why are you putting in? He didn't even ask you, yeah? He asked Caroline what she likes about being a... Do you know what I mean? And then Cade's come in, killed these people. It's Vampire's fault. It's Caroline's fault. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not, mate. You've just literally got an agenda now. Like I say, you go from being... having like an opinion to having an agenda. You know, an opinion is I don't like vampires, an agenda is you're pushing it on everybody, telling everybody fucking vampires are bad. And again, that starts to annoy me. So Matt annoyed me this episode, Stefan did, Enzo really I'm gutted about, but I really enjoyed him and Bonnet in this episode. I've enjoyed him and Bonnie's storyline just overall completely, to be honest. Bonnie just screamed at the end, absolutely let out a fucking waveform or whatever, and it's going to have some sort of relevance. I said that Cade done it, and maybe that was a way of getting towards him, and now Bonnie's done it. And if it doesn't have a relevance, then why show us that little ripple effect and the echo coming out? Do you know what I mean? I'm hoping it does. I want to know how Damon's going to react now. Stefan's been injected. Like I said, it's not 100% certified that Stefan is immortal. It might not work. We're assuming that it does because what we've seen before. But it's mad as well how this little cure that was introduced with Silas has actually played a part in like 3-4 seasons after it. And do you know what I mean? It's still a massive factor in the show. It's absolutely mad. It really is. But I cannot wait to find out what that little message that guy found in the book. You know, when he was going down with the thing and he was writing it. And so many Maxwell things have been found this season, literally like millions of them. Yeah, like it's weird that Matt's never heard of it prior to this season, and no one's ever found anything prior to this season, and now we're just getting it all in the influx, and literally we're just getting it all thrown at us. It's crazy, but I'm actually really excited, to be honest. Like, I don't know if Stefan's going to absolutely change. I don't know if Caroline going to forgive him. How's it going to react? You know, is it worked? Has it not? Is there a reverse to it? I don't think there is. What's Cade going to do? It's absolutely madness. But thanks so much for clicking on my video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.